Ahoy cruise enthusiasts, happy Sunday morning. I think that's when this video is going to appear. This is kind of an experimental video for me. I am just testing out some new production techniques. I will be hitting the road very soon and don't necessarily want to take the big computer with me. I'm going to try and do as much as I can on the phone. Well, not just on the phone. There's other ways to work around that. So I'm just going to make this video entirely as if I was on the road. But I'm not. You probably can't tell, but yes, I am sitting in front of the flag. Anyway, Royal Caribbean is in trouble right now. Guests are protesting, or they did protest yesterday or the day before, aboard Ovation of the Seas on her one-way sailing, her one-way Alaska sailing from, I guess, Vancouver up to Alaska. And there was a last-minute change in the itinerary. Originally, the cruise was supposed to end in Seward, but it got rerouted to Whittier, which means, due to the logistics of getting into Whittier, it is a little bit further in. You should be seeing it. Hopefully, if all this works, you should be seeing it right there. The ship had to arrive earlier. There are also some extra considerations with Whittier. It is a tiny, tiny little port, and a large ship like Ovation of the Seas arriving there is not really something it was designed for. I mean, port-wise, it's fine, but this tiny little town is not really set up to handle this. But before we continue, if you like seeing these oddly experimental commentary videos, then go ahead and hit the like button down below. Also, while you're there, might as well hit that subscribe button, see if it turns into a little rainbow. Don't bother with the bell. I don't do it for anybody, so I'm not going to ask it of you. Okay, Ovation of the Seas is arriving, or actually by now it probably has arrived in Whittier, which is, okay, Whittier, here's the thing, presents some logistical challenges. This is a tiny, tiny little town, and access to this tiny little town is rather unique. There is a one-way road train tunnel through a mountain. That is the only way by road to access this tunnel, which means traffic can only flow in one direction on scheduled intervals. And when you're offloading a ship of 5,000 passengers, that means there's going to be a lot of traffic heading one way, and presumably a lot of traffic heading the other way as you board 5,000 other passengers, which means this is going to take time. Hopefully Royal Caribbean has this all set up, and there are, I don't know, how many buses would this need? Like 200 or 300? They're there, and they are all ready to go when the ship starts to unload. It's going to kind of suck for the passengers, because a lot of them, they're going to get on the bus, and they're just going to have to wait until, you know, they get the green light, but then they're all going to parade through at one time. But I was originally thinking about, oh, by the way, yeah, I do have it ready. This is the, you can go look this up. There's plenty of videos about this. It is the it is the Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel. And it is a one-way traffic tunnel with a railroad. So hopefully no trains will be coming through, because that's going to block it up even more. I have seen this in videos a few times. It's pretty interesting. It's one of those things where, you know, I see this and it's like, well, that would be fun to go through one day, you know, just because it's something unique around the world, and I'm kind of looking for, you know, new and exciting things. Maybe you know what? Maybe I will go check it out. Just, you know what? Just to get the lay of the land, because I just really want to see it and experience it for myself. What do you think? Should I do that? Should I head up to Alaska and take a ride through the Anton Anderson Memorial Tunnel to board a ship in Whittier? Why not? What else do I have to do? Anyway, so yeah, this is what they're going to have to deal with. I originally was going to, you know, do this video talking about how Royal Caribbean should have known this, right? Yeah, why would they trust everything be ready, and how they should have known, and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think so. This is not, by the way, Ovation of the Seas is not the first ship to divert. I think one of the celebrity ships did the same thing last week. So they've known about this. But after looking into this a little bit, the port where, actually the pier where these ships have been scheduled to dock in Seward is not the new terminal in Seward. This is a temporary pier, while the permanent pier is still under construction. That is where the delay is. And I get the impression, after looking at some of the other reports and some of the other recitations of what's been happening, that the ship, Ovation of the Seas, actually left Vancouver, or wherever she left, it doesn't really matter, under the assumption that they were going to head to Seward. And it's the port, actually the Alaska Railroad Company, which owns the port, they're handling the construction, which has been basically stringing everyone along. And I really think it is the case where, and by the way, this is just me speculating, knowing how these companies work, knowing how these managers work, knowing how these schedules work, they probably every day were like, oh yeah, we're going to be ready. Sure, we're going to be ready. Thursday? No problem. We will be ready by Thursday. Oh, Thursday. Do we say Thursday? You know, sorry about that. We actually meant maybe on Sunday. Right? That really is what I think happened. I'm not going to fault Royal Caribbean for this one. So apparently passengers are getting at least $250 in OBC and something like that, which I will fault them for that. Missing the Hubbard Glacier is the highlight of an Alaska cruise. The glaciers are why you go to Alaska. And skipping that, that's tough. It's like one of these destination cruises that doesn't go to the destination, like Antarctica or Greenland. That's happened a couple times to Carnival. I don't know, $250, or maybe it's $150 for regulars and $250 for suites. Doesn't really matter. In onboard credit, so now where are you going to just spend the money on the ship? More. Now you got to lug more junk through the one-way tunnel. Yeah. Okay, so if we have to fault Royal Caribbean, they should get a $250 at least future cruise credit, or maybe a $500 future cruise credit. Now, even if I would be okay with it only being good for Alaska, okay, but. Yeah, I think that would be a little bit better. But I also suspect, by the way, that the port, that the actual the Alaska Railroad is actually the one footing the bill for all this compensation, because they're the ones delayed. And well, actually, okay, yes, the Alaska Railroad Company is going to pay Royal Caribbean, but the contractor who said it would be done last week is actually going to pay this. This is how these deals are all set up. There is delay insurance and compensation built into, or they should be built into these contracts. So Royal Caribbean's probably not going to be out much, if anything. But yeah, that's what's going on. Ovation of the Seas heading into little teeny Whittier. Yes, the terminal building there is tiny, itsy bitsy. So that's going to be fun. I'm glad I'm not on this sailing, right? It's much better to board in Whittier on a very, very small ship. I think that would be way more practical, less hassle. Yeah, I think that would be more my style these days. So what do you think? Should I go check out Whittier? Check out the one-way tunnel? I think that would be super, super fun. And yeah, I was just in Alaska 2 years ago aboard Queen Elizabeth. But there you go. That's the story. This is my experimental video, that I could make on the road. And if you enjoyed it, go ahead, leave a like and subscribe, and let us everybody know. Sure, I said it. Have you sailed one-way in Alaska? Did you embark or debark in Seward or Whittier? To be honest, I would rather embark or debark in Whittier. It seems like much a better experience. Like Seward, it's not a small town, but it's kind of an industrial port. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all that. And if we happen to run into each other in a one-way railroad tunnel in Alaska, I would be so happy to see you out of the cabin.